अस्सलाम वालेकुम फोरी के मुलिंग आ एपिसोड का हुरिया बेलतनस मरहबा मी हफ्ता के फोरी के एपिसोड को बद कोल्दी अगंड अफान मोहम्मद मी प्रोग्राम की राज्य के कुलर के मास्टर होगा फायतु हफ्ता का फाहा कोल्दे मुहिम हरकत का गुले तफात मालूमात के बेलतना हमें गिनस्तिर मट का अगंड तैयार कोंगे गिनस्ते हासा प्रोग्राम मी हफ्ता के प्रोग्राम फेशम के गोतुंग एमे फुर्तम मी ගෙනස් දෙනි රාජ්‍යයක මිදියා දෙතින් දුවහ කුණත අන්මෙන් අශාර නවාර විහි මි තින් දුවහක තරේක රාජ්‍යයක කුරිය ගෙන්දේ සවුත් ඒෂියා ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් ඕපන් ස්පීඩ් ස්කේටින් චැම්පියන්ෂිප් 2026 මි මුබාරතා ගුළුන් හොරි මාලුමාත දෙන් හතරු ගවමකුන් මේ මුබාරතුක බෑරි ෆමනි සරහද්දී තින් ගවමේ ගෙතරුන් රාජ්‍යයෙන් වෙස් මුබාරතුක බෑරි ෆවර් සතේකේ පුරේ ගින එත්ලීටුන් අන්මෙන් රාජ්‍යයක මි හිග්ගෑම මාහෝලුග මේ अलग गायम करवनो स्पीड स्केटिंग एनोत स्केटिंग एरीना गा हम वर गिन अदगे एथलीट मे उबारत गा बारवे तमसिल को फवर एथलीट गे हुनर तंग दुव्वम गे स्किल अनमेन नफेने गे दियकम फा कोल्लाना राज्य गे एथलीट गे तेरें मी बारवे एथलीट की राज्य गे थिंग स्केटिंग एसोसिएशन होता क्लब का निस्बेवा एथलीट कम हम फा कोल्लंदे राज्य गे इतरुन दे मे उबारत गा बारवे फमने अवटेरी इंडिया अदि श्रीलंका गे इतरुन एकवरे अरबी मा यूएई गे एथलीट कम फा कोल्लंदे मी मुबारत गा बारवे हुरिहा एथलीट सास गोतेग राज्य बेर मी बाबरे एथलीट मी हिग्गाम माहौलगा तफात माहौलगा मी एरीनागा ए स्केट कोलम के फुर्सत लिबिगेन दियो मी हम लिबुन वरबोड हिंग हम जो में गोतगा तफात तजुर्बा गोतगा ए फरात तकुम फाहा कोफवे मी हसा बाल में मी गेनस्तने मी मुबारक कुरियदिया गोतगे एकी मंजर तंग आदि उसलता प्रोग्राम का मिहा हिसाब उन्दे बालालने दिवेहिन्ना एमे गाय कुलिवर नोत दिवेहिन के एमे गिना बायको कुलिवर बाला आशा गरवा कुलिवर कम गवा फुटबॉल आगा मिहार कुरियद्दा एमे बोडो हरकाता अन्न सीजन का कुरियंग सीजन के दिवेहि लीग क्वालिफाई वा टीम तक खंडेल मट का कुले मंदा दिवेहि लीग क्वालिफिकेशन मैच तक गायन का नेमक हमें अन्नेरुगा देन बाकी एमे मैच वीकेंग वन्नेरुगा मिहार मेवणी अन्न सीजन के दिवेहि लीग उन जाग होदाने हतरु टीम अन्न कशवरुगे गोस जुमला हा टीम क्वालिफिकेशन गवाद को फवणी ए राज्य के फुटबॉल के बेनुमा राज्य हतरु सरहद का बहाला के गेंदिया अतोलो आदि रीजनल क्वालिफिकेशन तक फहो रीजनल क्वालिफिकेशन तक एमे रंगालो नतीजा तननते रीजन तो के चैंपियन कंग हो दे टीम तक मी भारत आस के मी कुरिय दिए दें उत्तर के चैंपियन गे गोतगा दिद्दु ए मुबारत का मी क्वालिफिकेशन गवाद कुरार देखुनु के चैंपियन गे गोतगा गाफ्ता गद्दु ए मुबारत का बाद कुराम मेदने देखे इतरों अने सेंट्रल रीजन के चैंपियन गे गोतगा हुराय मुबारत का बाद कुरार माले रीजन के चैंपियन गे गोतगा देवन एडिशन के चैंपियन बिस्पुरु स्पोर्ट्स क्लब मुबारत का बाद कुराम देने दिवे प्रीमियर लीग फायतु ई सीजन का हाइबन आदि अब्बन मगाम होदि टीसी स्पोर्ट्स क्लब ग्रीन स्ट्रीट्स मुबारत का बाद को फवर मैच वीक हतरे नियमन दायरगा अडमेना मिहार मेवणी जाग तक कशोरगे गोसा एगोतुं मैं अन्न सीजन के दिवे लीग जाग होदा फवा हतरु टीम के गोतुगा मेवती देवना डिविजन के चैंपियन के गोतुगा बिस्बुर स्पोर्ट्स क्लब मिदिया सीजन के दिवे प्रीमियर लीग स्कूल फवा टीसी स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के इतरों उतरु के चैंपियन दिद्दु अदे देखुनु के चैंपियन गद्दु प्रोग्राम के मिहा हिसाब मी गेनस देनी अन्न सीजन के दिवे लीग जागे मिहा तरंग यार हम कशर को फवा हातिर टीम के तेरे एक टीम टीसी स्पोर्ट्स क्लब के कोच आती अडमेना देवी हासा इंटरव्यू
यार उफावे करियगा अचीवमेंट कम मी बालनी को me को तेवे यार हालुगा टीसी इंदा ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೋ ಹಾವಾಲು FA ಕಪ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕೋಳೆ ರೆಲಿಗೇಷನ್ ಸಲಾಮೆ ಕುರಿಯ ದೆಮೆ ಚೋವ ದೇ ಮಾಸ್ಟು ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಹಮ ವರ ಹೆಪಿ ಕೊಮ್ಮಿರಿ ದೆನ್ ಹಮ ಎ ಕೊಂ ಹಮ ಮಿ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ಲೀಗ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ವಿ ದಿದ್ದುವ ಗದ್ದುವ ಬಿಸ್ಬುರ ಹಮ ವರ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ವರ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀ ಸಾಮೆ ಆದವಣ ಈ ಮೀಸಾಬ ಮಿಯಾರು ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ಲೀಗ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಬೇರು ಮೀ ಹಮ ವರ ದೆರಕಮೆ ಏಕೋ ಮೀ ನೋಡ್ನಾ ಕೂಡ ಮೀ ಕುಳಿವರು ಟೀಮ್ ತಕ ಮರುವ ಬಾಕಿ ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯರ್ ಲೀಗ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫೈ ವೀತಿ हम आहंडंग इम फिया कि होम एंड अवे उसूलू फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन ना यूथ मिनिस्ट्री आमी राज्य कुळिवर कुळिवर आमी विस्नाति एकबदस अदि हम हारंग बुल कोरा गोतेन्नो मीति एहम विधान कमक ए फाइनेंशियली आहार में हार इच्छेन्नो गुजराती रत्त मियगोतु मी फट्टं आहारंग में सेब्बहेन्नुवाण देखो को तजुर्बा कारुन्ना एक्सपर्ट ना तिबेगंता गोतेन्नि इम्माण ए मीगे कुरिमवेस अने मुबारते फट्टागे होम एंड अवे कुळे मोंगस नुमिगे निमि फोती एम आदिवेसम आहारंगे हम एडवाइजर की नूनी मागे विष्णुमुगा हम यूथ मिनिस्ट्री फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन सम एहा रंगलो इच्चे नोकने फराक एहा फाइनेंशियली आहार मंगा तनवस कनति मदतरे गागो आहार मनाएंगे आहार मंगा वेद आहार मन्ना बेंगे दंग हम मी आहार मन्ना हिवणी हम मारंग हिवणी हम मी गोतक मीति बेवेणी हम होम एंड अवे उसूलु मीति फेट्टी दानकम हियन्वे निम्मेने then adimi nimuni do hemane komme team ke premier league nuniyama mi relegation huriyache koni ma weakness achingen ekon ane support genna bunjas financially etanawas ka hurigen kanne gadi mikanda mi waka dakkale ke se apase kandatta kenno e financially ane backup inna warakon kanne rangal kolon terin geneveni me misal ka balenjam hama mi second division ke sama rangalo quality player un tibi team takkanne rangala perform koffa mi ema premier league ke sama जिवे कुळुन तेरिंगे तुरुं अने टीम तावगे स्ट्रेंथ बाला स्ट्रेंथ तक एकरीगा वा प्राइज एकरीगा कुळुन तेरिंग तक लिबगे अचीवमेंट हम कोच एकनस अदि कुळुन तेरिंग तक तिबे अचीवमेंट नान क्वालिटी प्लेयर्स हम मी मेन नेचर
දෙංගල මෙම ගැනස්තන වර හාස ඉන්ටර්වියුවේ ෆුර්තාෆාර දිවෙහි ලීගුග අන්න සීසන් ග අන්මෙන්න ෆෙනිගෙන් දාන අතොල තරේගේ ටීම් එකේ ගොතුක ගාෆ්තල් ගද්දෝ දෙකොණු රීජන් ගේ චැම්පියන් ගේ ගොතුක අතොල බුර ෆහු රීජනල් ලීග ෆහු මාලේග මි බේවිගෙන් දිය ක්වොලිෆිකේෂන් මෙත්තක ෆහු අන්න සීසන් ගේ දිවෙහි ලීගුන් ජාග හෝදා ෆවා ගද්දෝ හම ගාමස් මිහ හිසාබන් ඒ වර බුර මසෙක්කත් එකේ කාමියාබු මසෙක්කත් එකේ ටීම් එකේ ගොතුක දී ඉන්ඩිවිජුවල් ලෙවල් ගේ සම කොග්ගෙන් කම් ෆාහග වයර් මිහ හිසාබු මි මසෙක්කත් එක ගුලේ ගොතුන් ඒ ටීම් ගේ කෝච් අඩ්මන දෙවා ෆවා හාස ඉන්ටර්වියු මිහ හිසාබන් ගෙනස්තේනා
මිවාහක මිහිම්බුනේ ෆියාමුන් ජෝකු ජහපන් එන මීහකෝ එකම එන මිසාලක බ්‍රසීල් කොළ ෆහෙත් එන හතෙති ජහාෆ එන ස්වීඩන් කොළන් අර එන ෆහෙති ජහාෆ නෙදර්ලන්ඩ්ස් ඒ ගෝස් දුවේ ගම හොරිහා කම හින්ගානි ගෝහ මෙහර කොරින්දෝ 6-0 වි එකම ගේගේ ඉඳගෙන ගෑනක හතර ෆස් වහරන් එමෙචු බදාෆ එමෙචු කුරේවණු කුත්තක ඇච්චි රංගල කොෆ එමෙචුගේ බෝල් පොසිෂන් බදාලිර 67% බෝලගෙන් ගුල ෆෝරි ගද්දු ಫಾವ್ ಏಕಿ ಡೊಮಿನೇಟ್ ಕೋರಿ ಗದ್ದು ಏಕಮೋಸಮ ಏಕೆ ಫೈನಲ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಆಹಾರಂಗೆ ಲೇನ ಎಗ್ಗೊತ ನುದಂಜಾಮಕು ಗೋಲೆನ್ ನಾಣ್ಣೆ ಈ ದಿಮಾಯಿ ಮಸ್ಸೆಗೆ ಗೋಸ್ ದುವೆಗೆ ದೆನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಣೆ ಮೇದು ರಂಗಳ ದುವಾಕ ದಿಮಾವಿ ಟಿಸಿಎಲ್ ಲಿಬುನಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಜಂ ಫುರ್ತಮಾಫ್ಗೆ ಏಕಣಿ ಗದ್ದು ಲಿಬುನ್ 3 ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ ಜಂ ಫಾವ್ ಆಫ್ಗೆ ದೇತಿ ಲಿಬು ಎಮ್ಮೆ मी फुटबॉल है मी नेचर इन गोतकी बाय दोस्तों गोसवान एन बाय दोस्तों रंगलवान दे प्लेयर होंगे ए फुर्तम दंडंग अराइरो इन अप्रोच एति गोस जिया वरक गोसवान दो है एमे मियादु मी दिए हां प्लेना एक गोत हुरिया कम दिए किया दोगेन हदान हम हुरी लेको एन दिए तंतम से मिवरुगे टीमें अतोळु तेरे कुळे कुळुंते हुस गद्दो कुळुंतेरिना फॉरेन हतर प्लेयर एमे मी रिजल्ट की हम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वर बडु रिजल्ट मी असलुग मी प्रीमियर लीग कोच को दी एने बाके की मी दरुग मी उन टीम तक एने एक किरिया सलाम वार कोल्लुम वर मिस बुर मसकते मी टीम एक कोरे उनी देन हम हुरिया कुळुंतेरिना गद्दो में एने टीम के मैनेजमेंट हम राहुगे हुरिया रही तुन वर बड शुक्री मी मियं हम हेवर वरुगे बदले अन्न जे गैगंड का हवर का कुळुंतेरिंगे बेनु बेमी ए प्रीमियर लीग की एने पीस ऑफ केक नु हम एक सवाई वन्या जे हम रंगळु हकुळुंतेरिंग होदा हम मितिब फॉरेन प्लेयर उम सम टीम गो बैति बैगिंग एने नुएट्टी सलामे वावर फुर्तम हार कोल्लम वेके बोंती गीफंग उळे फिया वर गोस गोते वान एमिन फुर्तम आहारो हम अप्रोच का वामी नुएट्टी प्रीमियर लीग एवे वरुगे टीम एन हेदु एद्दिंग कोच का एने අහරින් හුරෙජ්ජියා මොහොම යගින් එමසෙක්ක කුරානේ ගොතන උදාන එනේ එම්මෙ මතීගේ අල්ලාක ඒ නෙෆෙම්බරුන් උලෆියාම් වරක් ගෝස් කොතේ වානේ එම් එනේ ටීමු ගෝහුරි බජටා එවරන් ඒ ගෙන්ගුලෙන් ජෙහෙනි සදාමෙ වෙවේ වරුගේ ටීම් එක දැන් මියන් හැම යගින් රංගල හකුලුම් තෙරින් බේනුම්බේ ඒ එනේ ටීමු මෙල් සබ්ස්ටිටියුට් කොල්ලම් ස්මිති බිදේවරු එනෙන් හිම් වාගේ ගේම ඩිෆරන්ස් එක ගෙන වේවරු එන්නම සම අන්නානේ ප්‍රීමියර් ලීග් කි අරාරමෙචු අන්නානේ ඉන්ජරි කාඩු බෑවරු කන්ත දිමාවනේ මිජ්ජ එවරුගේ ස්කොඩෙක් බෙසෝයකින් සක්සස් හොදෙන් වර හිංගම ජේ සබකි අලගොන්නගේ අබදු සතොළු ෆුට්බෝල් ලෝබි කුරාමි අබදු මුනම වන්නවාගේ ස්කූල් ෆුට්බෝල් අතොළු ෆුට්බෝල් සෙකන්ඩේෂන් ෆුට්බෝල් නෙති රාජ්‍ය ගෞමි ටීම් රංගලෙන් නුවානේ මෙ මිසාලක බදාද එනේ මිදිය විහිය හාරු තෙරේග නුනි දෙහස් අරකා හමියන් ඒ දතුරුග කොම් බයිත්තෝ තිබි මිහාරු නුකුමේ ගුණාලා මාලියන් නිස්බෙව්වා කිත කුළුන් තෙරින්තෝ ගෞමි ටීම් ගොතිබි ඒගෙන් ඒ දේහ කොද්දෙනි අතොළු තෙරේගේ මියොති බොඩු මෙජොරිටි ඒ ෆුට්බෝලේ ලෝබි කුරා හැම විජ්ජ එකුදින්න ඉන්වෙස්ට් නුකෝ හැම එකනි මිතනන් ඉන්වෙස්ට් කොග්ගෙන් ගෞමි ඒ මි උලෙනි සක්සස් හොදන් ගෞමි ටීම් මි හුරිහාකම මි කුරණි ගෞම ෆෑදා හොද හැම විජ්ජ ගෞමන් එම්මේ එෆෙක්ටිව් කොන් එකන් එනේ ෆෑදා හොදේනි අතොළු ෆුට්බෝලේ ස්කූල් ෆුට්බෝලේ රාජ්‍යග මිර ඩිවිෂන් තවගේ ෆුට්බෝලේ රංගලොවේදී
प्रोग्राम के मिहा हिसाब वर मुहिम फरात कालगम में बद खुदनी राज्य के गांव में फुटबॉल टीम के हेड कोच अदी फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन ऑफ मोल्डिस के टेक्निकल डायरेक्टर इस्टवान उर्बान कोच वेलकम टू आवर प्रोग्राम एंड अ ह्यूज थैंक्स फॉर accepting our invitation and joining us. I would like to ask as a first question, you have been here under your guidance, Maldivian football has been evolving and the Maldivian national football team has been practicing for the past 5 months. You must have noticed a lot of things, good and bad side of it as well. What are the main key points that you would like to state? How evolving it is, what are the changes that are being brought?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that we can appreciate that this is a challenging time with what we can call restart. So you know more about the last few years and how that affected everything, including national team programs, local competitions, and also you can see what it takes to develop a system. And in this way we can talk about, or we can mention futsal, for example. So I think the current level of these two, if you like, organization, hopefully it will come together as one, at least from a development standpoint. If something is managed well, then it will improve. Obviously, the challenge is managing football back to the place where it was when I first came, you know. But we also must be careful comparing everything with the past, because even the last few years, everybody experienced a lot of changes. And then the direction was almost going to the opposite directions in terms of all the regional countries worked hard on development and the football culture. You can see, and I think we were lucky to have the under-20 SAF championship here this year, and also the Jubilee tournament. For example, the final match, Pakistan and Afghanistan, was a very high intensity game. You could see that there are many players coming from strong football culture. It doesn't matter actually second, third, or lower division from Europe or any part of the world. You can tell players being motivated, prepared, and experienced enough to compete at that level. Now the positive is if I see, for example, the senior national team is that national team that we can be competitive. We can. My focus was both with the 20 and the senior group is to learn how to control the game without the ball. And I don't want to go too deep into the tactical approach of this, but I think we have to face that the next few years we will not dominate in this region. So we have to find our way how we can be competitive. So like people watching World Cup, there are the big time teams, countries like Argentina, England, Germany, France, and Holland, and so on and so on. They coming with a style of play which technically player-based and following their culture and history. But teams like teams for other countries, and let's say just Japan, for example, they try to apply something they can be competitive against these teams. So if someone will say like how you can play the game if you don't possess the ball more than 30% or all the time, modern game is not about that. It's you can control the game with and without the ball as well. So that was something positive what I saw from the under 20 group and also the senior team, because that kind of control requires discipline. And then this is something what we have to work on a lot here. Not only generally speaking, but due to what happened. There are no rules. Players been playing futsal, players been just not coming back to the national team. They mispractice with local clubs because of futsal competitions. And then if I mention futsal for me is a backbone of football. So we have to bring that together. We have to unite these two areas of football. But from another perspective, futsal is also a good example. If you manage something well, how quickly and how strongly you can develop something, not only on but off the field. It became very popular. You can televise it. The outcome is if you find a good coach, you can in the SAF Championship. So there are achievements immediately following the investment. Now that's what is needed here as well. So these two hosted competition gave me a lot of chance to see that. But also watching not only Didahi League but these qualification matches and the ongoing competitions, including inter-school and so on and so on. There are so many things where I can see it's not competitive enough. The level is up and down. There's huge differences between teams and players. So compared to 15 years ago, we had a very strong foundation, which does not exist anymore. And we have to accept that. So when we're talking about expectation the next few years, I think the best if we see this like, okay, how we can find out what will be our new identity to be competitive in the region where you see Bangladesh investing a lot at every level. Bhutan is growing like, you know, with like sky speed or whatever. Having a partnership with South Korea, for example, in development and so on and so on. India, we know how they and what they invest. Sri Lanka is now also on that way. Pakistan recruiting players from all around the world, and you could see the outcome. So that's something I also noticed, that when we are talking about expectation, or I get questions about that, those questions referring always to the past. Invalid. We have to start working with the current conditions, and there are a lot of challenges. One of the biggest challenges the players pool. We have players over 30 and players under 20, and the very small margin in between. That's why it was important to restart or rebuild these regional competitions, because hopefully we can discover or recruit more and more players. We will the next few days we will hopefully announce our new recruiting system, new scouting system, which means each and every competition organized by the FA, just like referees report, must include a coaches or technical staff report about outstanding players from different categories, different positions and different age groups. So with that, very soon we'll have a bigger data to use, because just one personal example, when our central defenders, Ire and Samu, was out, I asked the local coaches, okay, what are the other options? What do we have? Who do we have? And they were like, so there were no names. And then recruiting Baka happened because we had some personal connection to the team. It was not based on his performance in Divehi League. And then we saw the outcome. So we have to change that. And hopefully, as we have more and more outcome from these competitions, we will have a bigger players pool. And also, one more time, I watched a couple of futsal matches. Especially young ages, we have to recruit those players as well, and then bring them together as one. So that's what I call national team programs.
Since you're not only the head coach of the Maldivian national football team, you are as well as the technical director of Football Association of Maldives. I would like to ask you as my last question. Around 25 to 27 years ago, former national team coaches, Maldivian coaches, they have projected that Maldives would be a part of recent times World Cup tournaments. They projected it. They said that there is a hope of us qualifying for the tournament. What do you think is the main reason, or what actually went wrong for us not to being at that step, and we are declining in the growth tree?
Football has to be reunited. So I almost said one word: politics. Politics is the reason, and then in a good way and a bad way, because what politics is creating is always interest from here and there, and then politics can also support federation, competitions, clubs, organizations, but politics is up and down, right? Between elections, up and down and up and down and up and down. Now sport is not that kind of animal. You cannot do that. You have to have a plan, and you have to stick to the plan, and you have to follow the plan. So if you have a vision 20 years ago, that's only a dream if you don't have a plan you have to follow. So I always tell to everybody, coming back for me was interesting because I could express my disappointment when I left. No one asked my opinion back then. How do I see? What is my observation? What would you recommend to do? What kind of philosophy, and so on and so on. So 13 years left, and then I was welcomed like someone said, the legacy is back or something. No. We definitely started to build something from day one. But then, after the last few matches, I left like nobody asked me anything. So what I want to say with that is the responsibility is here. The responsibility is on those on the side where is power, decision making. Okay, and then obviously when someone comes from another culture, it's easier to see what is not going in the right way. Now, the main reason I don't want to go too deep in that, because what happened the last few years is extreme. So there was a complete disaster, or what do you think the right collapse, if you want. And I'm not talking about corruption or something, but most of the players and coaches in football almost died. And then what it really means is that at international level or international competitions and comparison, right? Because locally, football not going to die locally, but then you will lose your competitiveness internationally because other countries are developing and other countries are trying to go to the next step. Now, there's a great opportunity lately because FIFA is giving financial support in so many other ways, but that's exactly what created some problems the last few years. There was money in the system, but, and so on and so on. So I mentioned the conditions, like the same stadium, same grass, same practice field, same hamburger ground, and that's why I also said that look at futsal. You can see the new facilities, you can see the new futsal fields, you can see new organizations like Club Maldives and those, but that's more built based on business mindset. So if someone is built like that, it's going to operate like a resort based on the market or based on profit or let's say business. If we see professional football, it's a little bit different. And that's like changing leadership, changing directions or not having directions. That's I think where you can lose where you have to go or where you want to be.
Coach, thank you for your insight, thank you for your time, and thank you for the very important information that you have shared with us. ಫೋರಿಗೆ ಮಿ ಹಫ್ತಾಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ ಮೇ ಮ್ಯಾಗಂಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಮಿ ಗೆಣಸ್ತೀನಿ ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಆಗ ವಾಹಕತೆ ಹೆಣ್ಣೆ ಸಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಗ ಕುರಿಯ ಮಿದ್ಯ ಸ್ಕೇಟ್ ಮುಬಾರಾತ ಗುಳುಂ ಹುರಿ ಕೊಮಸರ್ಗೆ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಸ್ಪೆದಂತೆ ಹಮೆ ಗೆಣಸ್ತೀನಿ ಉಮೇದ್ ಕೊರ ಮಿ ಹಫ್ತಾಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕಿಸ್ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಕುಳವರ್ಗೆ ದಾಯರ ಫಾಯತು ಹಫ್ತಾ ತೆರೆಗ ಫಾಹಕು ದೋನ್ ಬೈಕ್ ಕಂಕಮ ಬೆಹೆ ಮುಹಿಮ್ ಮಾಲೂಮಾತಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಬೆಫ್ನಾ ಹಮೆ ಗೆಣಸ್ತೀನಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬೆಲವೆ ತಿಮೆ ಬೆಫ್ನಾ ಶುಕ್ರ ದನಂ ವರಂ ಅಮಾ ರಕ್ಕಾತೆರಿ ಬಾಚವರಿ ವಗುತ್ ಕಖನ ಮುಬಾಕಿ ವಿಲಾಣ ಅಸ್ಸಲಾಮು ಅಲೈಕುಂ.